I'm sure you're very aware of that old cliche, that old saying, what you see is what you get. Jesus went to the tomb. He was taken to the tomb. He was buried. They rolled a huge stone across the entrance. It was over. That's what the people thought. That's what the Roman soldiers thought. That's what the Sanhedrin thought. That's what the disciples thought. They were afraid. They were hiding. They didn't know what to do. They were despondent, depressed, scared. It was over. What you see is what you get. The incredible thing about spiritual things is that many times what you see is not the full story. It's the human story. It's what our five senses tell us. But there is so much more. As we read the passage for this station, it's found in Matthew chapter 27, beginning with verse 62. It says this: The next day, which followed the preparation day, the chief priests and the Pharisees gathered before Pilate and said, Sir, we remember that while this deceiver was still alive, he said, After 3 days I will rise again. So give orders that the tomb be made secure until the third day. Otherwise, his disciples may come, steal him, and tell the people he has been raised from the dead. And the last deception will be worse than the first. You have a guard of soldiers, Pilate told them. Go and make it as secure as you know how. They went and secured the tomb by setting a seal on the stone and placing the guard. What you see is what you get. The stone was rolled over the entrance to the tomb. Everyone knew the finality of that day, and yet, there was a nagging thought in the hearts of the Pharisees and the leadership. What if? He said he would rise after 3 days. What if? We better post a guard. We better make it secure. And they did. Maybe you know, right now, today, that there is more to this life than your five senses. Maybe you know that what you see is not always the full story. The Pharisees had that nagging feeling, that nagging sensation, and so they posted a guard. Even though it looked over, even though there was a finality to it, there was this nagging sensation. Maybe there's more. There is more. He rose again. He did conquer death. And he did it for you, and he did it for me. At this station, would you pray? Would you meditate? Maybe you are hurting. Maybe you are depressed, are despondent, because this life is hard sometimes. It can be overwhelming sometimes. But let God minister to your heart right now. What you see, what you're going through, what is happening, the circumstances in your life isn't all there is. God is real. He is here. And He is with you. Would you pray that God would help you understand that there is more to this life than what we can see? And He wants us to know His love and to know His grace. So pray that way at this station right now.